In 1952, a 45-year-old man was offered a contract to play Major League Baseball. He turned it down. That man was Walter "Buck" Leonard, and by the time that offer came, he had already spent 17 years as the most feared first baseman in the country. He'd won 9 pennants. He'd batted .395 at age 41. He'd gone toe-to-toe with the best hitters of his era and come out on top every single time. The major leagues just never counted it. Walter Leonard was born in Rocky Mount, North Carolina on September 8, 1907. He was the oldest son in a family of 6, growing up in a Jim Crow South that put hard limits on what a black man could dream. There was no high school available to him, no education for black children in Rocky Mount at the time. So at 14, Buck left school and went to work. Textile mills, railroad stations, shining shoes for the men who caught trains he wasn't allowed to ride in the front of. But he played baseball. Every chance he got, he played. Semi-pro teams, local leagues, anywhere that would have him. He was getting older and starting to wonder if his window had closed. Then in 1933, at 25 years old, he got signed. First the Baltimore Stars, then the Brooklyn Royal Giants. Then in 1934, a telegram arrived that would change his life. The Homestead Grays wanted him. The Grays were already a dynasty. Built by owner Posey, they played out of Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C., drawing fans from 2 cities in an era when black Americans had nowhere else to watch great baseball. Because great black baseball wasn't on the radio, wasn't in the papers, and certainly wasn't in the major leagues. Buck Leonard signed with the Grays in 1934, took his spot at first base, and stayed there for the next 17 years. In 1937, Josh Gibson joined the team. Leonard batted cleanup, 4th in the order, directly behind Gibson. 2 of the most powerful left-handed hitters in the game, back-to-back. People compared them to Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. The Grays compared them to nobody, because nobody had ever seen anything quite like them. From 1937 to 1945, 9 consecutive years, the Homestead Grays won the Negro National League pennant, 9 straight. No team in baseball history, black or white, has done it since. During that run, Buck hit .500 in the first half of 1937. He hit .480 in 1938. When the Grays faced the Baltimore Elites in the 1948 playoffs, with a young outfielder named Willie Mays on the other side, Buck was 41 years old. He hit .395 that season and tied for the league lead in home runs. The Grays won. Let's talk about what we actually know about Buck Leonard's statistics, because this gets complicated. For most of his career, Negro League box scores were inconsistently reported. White newspapers didn't cover the games. Black newspapers did their best, but records were incomplete. It wasn't until the National Baseball Hall of Fame commissioned a full statistical study, compiled by researchers Larry Lester and Dick Clark, pulling from thousands of box scores, that we got anything close to a complete picture. What they found, a career batting average of .320 to .346, depending on the source. A slugging percentage north of .520, 11 East-West All-Star Game selections, a record, 2 batting titles, 3 home run crowns. And here's what matters. When he played in exhibition games against white major leaguers, the games they actually let happen, Buck Leonard hit .382. Against the best the major leagues had to offer, he didn't shrink, he got bigger. In 2024, MLB officially incorporated Negro League statistics into the historical record. Buck Leonard's career on-base percentage now ranks in the top 10 of all time. Not the top 10 of Negro League history, the top 10 in the history of Major League Baseball. Every player, every era, he belongs in that sentence. In 1972, he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He stood at that podium in Cooperstown, and when he spoke, he didn't sound bitter. He sounded proud. The Sporting News ranked him the 47th greatest baseball player of all time in 1999. He was one of only 5 men on that list who played their entire career in the Negro Leagues. Buck Leonard never got a baseball card during his playing days, never had his name on a radio broadcast that white America heard, never got his own television special. He got a footnote in history books that were already moving on to the next thing. This channel exists because that's not enough. His name is Walter "Buck" Leonard, remember it.